Hello again, back to more amplifiers, more boring amplifiers. Anyway, we've got this thing in front of me and it is enormously heavy. It's called a Carlsbro Powerline 800, and having quickly looked it up on Google, it hints that it might be able to produce 2 times 400 watts into 4 ohms. So I might have problems testing this one if it works, because it would probably exceed the ratings of my dummy load, and I wouldn't want to blow that up. I don't know what the rating of my dummy load is. Let me look at the resistors. Yeah, the resistors are basically 100 watt, so I'm not going to risk blowing those up. But we can see if it works anyway. And what else should we look at? Okay, well, this is going to be slightly difficult to test as well, because if I can move it, which is not easy, see, that enormous transformer in it weighs a lot. So if we look on the back, it has jack, 1/4 inch jack inputs, but Nutrix connections for the speakers. I haven't got any Nutrix plugs, and I might have to just solder some wires on inside, and we'll look at it inside. Looks pretty impressive, really. We've got loads of transistors along there. I don't think there's any more underneath the heatsink, just on the top, and a fan blowing through the length of the heatsink. Lots of things have been living in it, I see. Spiders and whatever. Very dusty. And the person I got it off of said, oh, he thought the capacitors were bad because he saw all this green stuff. And they're not really bad, it's just foam that's decayed over the years. And nice big 25 amp rectifier, and this will be the power supply board, and maybe speaker protection, not sure. And what else in here? Yeah, Nutrix sockets, which shouldn't be too hard to connect wires onto by soldering. And that's about all there is to say about it at the moment. Got to plug it in and see what happens, I guess. So, as I don't fully trust this thing, I think I'm going to wind it up on a Variac to make sure it doesn't draw excessive current. And I don't know if you can see over there the Variac. Might be alright. I might just try this. I've already turned it on. I've just got the Variac on 0 volts. So I'm going to wind it up. That's about 60 volts. $70, 85, 100. There's something click. 120, 130, Fans whirring away. 180. 200. Didn't like that much. That's the fan, I reckon. Drawing 20 watts. That's 230 volts. 230 volts. And the fan is making a hideous noise. And it's drawing 20 watts. So I'd accept that. Power lights on. Nothing else seems to be going wrong at the moment. So I've had enough of that. Let's turn it off for the time being and go back in the house because it's cold again out here. Okay, so I've tacked some wires on to the speaker outputs on each channel. It's all a bit dodgy, I know, but oh, and the main good thing is I pulled the fan connection out temporarily because it was doing my head in, that stupid fan. But again, on this one I want to test that there's nothing nasty on the outputs and meters there. No DC, I mean. Okay, so 3 millivolts, something like that. And on the other channel and nothing much, no DC. So in theory it is safe to connect up to my speakers, which I will now rig up and then come back to you. Okay, we should be ready to test now with some music going in and speakers connected. So I'll turn it on and I hear it click and we have a red light, and turn up left channel. Dual by Propaganda. Right channel, nothing on right channel. Okay, speaker wires are okay, input's plugged in. Don't know. Further investigation needed. Let's try swapping the input leads. It's all dodgy wires hanging loose. Right, let's swap those two over. And then we can go in the other one. Left channel again. Good old Propaganda. No, nothing still on the right channel. Oh dear, how sad. Oh well, I'll have to go and dig around a bit, I suppose. Let's have some more music. Strangely, in the last few videos I've had quite long clips of music, and I still haven't got a copyright hit, so I'm going to push it to the limit and see what happens at some point. But back to this thing. What could possibly be wrong with it? Of course the main amplifier might be blown up on one channel. It could be something to do with the circuitry here. There's a relay, which I think is a speaker protection relay, and there's some coily things here, so I suspect that's where the outputs go through onto this connector and then onto the speaker connections. So what I need to do is see if there's any signal coming in to the relay, and not going to be easy. Is it worth the effort? Who knows. Look what I've just spotted. Look what I've just spotted. Sorry. Lots of nastiness. Lots of black nastiness there. So I suspect that the speaker's been shorted out, maybe, at some time. And the track's burnt up. So, what's this record? Drowning in Berlin, that's what it is. By the Mobiles, was it? Anyway. Am I allowed to connect that to the terminal? I think I am. My scope for me. And I've turned that one down. Well, you can't see it, but I'm looking on the scope and I can't see anything on there, so I'm going to do more investigations. Well, even though that track looks, and it's turned off at the moment, looks burnt out, it is still making contact. So even though that's hanging off the board, I'm still getting continuity. Suggests something else nasty's gone on. Maybe it's damaged the amplifier with that short, or whatever it was. Don't know at the moment. Okay, so I pulled this out, the input and output board, and not the easiest thing to work on because the wires are really tight. It appears that green and yellow is earth, speaker earth, and that is the negative, is green and yellow. That goes back to that one, and that's fine. But the positive wire, which is a brown wire, goes back to this connector, and there's no continuity that I can tell. Yeah, if I go on there, it's fine. So somewhere between this connector here and the one on the board, it just doesn't seem to be any continuity as far as I can tell. Pushing hard as I can into that socket, and my battery's just about to run out on the camera, so I have to give up on that. So forget all that rubbish I was talking earlier. That connector there is speaker output, left and right, and that connector there is signal from the amplifier via the relay. So where was I? That's oh god, wires, hideous wires. So that one is bloody light. Better. So that one is one speaker output, and this one on the channel that doesn't work, it's fine, it's connected down to that board, good. But I found something more interesting. They don't make this bloody thing easy to work on, do they? It's absolutely horrible. Maybe it's not meant to be easy to work on. I had to cut all the tie wraps, and I'm trying to get underneath this board to have a look and see if there's anything nasty happening underneath. And I have found something nasty. I'm going to have to turn it round. So looking underneath the board, difficult to see because of the angle, but there's a piece of track lifted off the board, so that's melted that track, and so this has been fried at some point. So I need to repair this track, which is fairly easy, and also I need to repair that track which is lifted on the other board but not completely decomposed. So I'll get on and do that and get back to you. If that doesn't fix it, I think it's bin time for it. Okay, so both tracks have been repaired. Didn't show you doing that because it's too difficult to video and do it, and I injured myself as well, which is always good. And check the DC. I don't know if you can see I don't think you can see the meter. That's near enough. Checking for any DC. 100 millivolts. It's a little bit high. But it is what it is. This channel, which is a dodgy channel, 90 millivolts. Okay, I'll accept that. What do you know? I didn't even have it turned on. Idiot. Let's try turning it on this time, shall we? Oh no, wires. Wires that shouldn't be floating around. Oh, that's better, 19 millivolts. I'll accept that. Don't do anything nasty, wire. $17, 10, 6 millivolt, good enough. Turn it off again. Okay, ready for testing again. Turn the power on. Relay clicked. Turn the signal.
Committed a crime and went inside. It was coming your way, but you had to survive when you lost the pay.
That one works.
You're looking at me to take her place. Who's looking good today? Who's looking good in every way? No nostalgia. You better watch your mess with me. No money man, with my love. It's sweetness that.
Both channel working, and that was a bit of Nina Cherry, Buffalo Stance. Nice song. A bit more of that maybe. So that was a nice, fairly easy repair. Had to cut a few tie wraps. I'm not going to put them back in. I'll get rid of, no, I won't get rid of the wires at the moment because, I mean, I can do some tests on it, but I can't test it to its full output because it's too powerful. In theory, too powerful. But I could take it up to about 100 watts and see what it looks like on the distortion analyzer. So I'll go ahead and do that.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Okay, so what we're doing now is I've got 2 volts going into the amplifier onto both channels. Dummy load, it's up to 4 ohms, and audio analyzer at the moment is measuring watts. I'm only measuring on one channel. I'd crank it up a bit. I can see the scope below me. You can't see it, but whatever. And there we are. We're already nearly 100 watts now. Way over 100 watts. And we look down here. The scope. One channel's might as well turn it down because I'm not testing that channel. But on the other channel, I think I got nearly 300 then. That's a bit dangerous. It's so easy to turn it up too high. Right, I'm looking at the audio analyzer power. That's nearly 100, and it's a perfect sine wave. 96 watts, and I'll do a distortion test. 0.05. That's pretty impressive. So I'd say that's working very well. As I said, can't really test it any more than that. I think it would blow everything up that I've got in the workshop. And that was quite a good repair. And that's the other channel coming up. So we're now putting out roughly 200 watts. I'll turn them both down again, because there's no fan going obviously. But heatsink is not even warm. Transistors are a little bit warm, but nothing special. So I'm quite impressed with this. I mean, it would have its uses. Needs a new fan, but it's quite a decent piece of equipment by the look of it. And just turn it off again. Only thing to do really is to just disconnect my nasty wiring and put it away somewhere in case anybody wants one. A big powerful amplifier. What else is there to say really? Oh, I know. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'm getting close now to 1,000 subscribers, in which case I'll be due to be monetized, and that'll be interesting to see how many pence a month I get. Don't think I'll get much, but it'd be nice to get something. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.